is brought to you by these proud local sponsors: U.S. Cellular, Bell & Health, Simon's Specialty Cheese, Dandred on West Mason, Gallagher's Pizza, North Star Dental, Witt Family Ford, Cobeson Buses, Vake's Fox Valley Coin and Diamonds, and Security Loop Key Roofing.
It's time for the TV 32 Sports Showdown.
You could not ask for a more perfect night for football.
And look at those wheels.
Are you kidding me? I can't believe what I'm saying.
From Kaukauna, Wisconsin, it's time for Level 2 of the WIAA High School Football Playoffs. Tonight, we have two of the very best teams in the state in Division 2 looking to advance as West Pere visits Kaukauna. Welcome to the broadcast, everyone, alongside John Minor.
Hello, Teddy.
I'm Ted Stefaniak. So glad to be with us.
It is a night for galloping ghosts through the sky. The sky is dark and scary looking.
Phantoms on the
Yes,
we're almost to Halloween.
Thing,
yeah, you couldn't ask for anything better. But you know what? These two teams met earlier this season.
In an amazing ball game. Oh my goodness gracious. Kaukauna won that in the last second with a field goal. It was crushing to West Pere at the time, but I think this West Pere team, they seem to do really well after something bad happens. They did not get a good seed, not a seed that they thought they deserved for the second year, and I'll tell you what, their first playoff game, they just stomped their opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Kaukauna, well, you know, they're a Division 2 team, but they won the mighty FBA conference.
Coming out
they're
that
the
win
conference
over Kimberly,
champs. Yeah, they're rolling.
The whole thing, they are rolling. Huge offensive line. I mean, one of the biggest offensive line. I'll give you their sizes later on, but 300-pounders across the line, 275, all those kinds of things. In high school football, I hate to say it's getting to be the norm, but the teams that really go deep in the playoffs, it's those kind of teams.
And it is, as we mentioned, a cold night as we get to live pictures now.
Here comes the horse. That's my favorite part. The horse is
the galloping ghost.
Look at that.
Has just delivered
the
football. The official did not catch it.
Come on,
I don't blame the ref. I'd be a little nervous.
I would too. I'm afraid of horses. I got to be honest with you. I would have had the
galloping at you at full speed, and somebody's going to drop a football off. But truly one of the great traditions in high school sports.
Love it.
Our galloping ghost rider tonight, Bryn Refke.
All right.
I don't know the name of the horse, though.
I don't know it either.
The galloping ghost.
I'm excited about this football game, Teddy, and you had it right. Two of the best teams in the state in this division, maybe two of the best teams. If you lined up the 12 best teams in the state, these two might be in the top 12 in the entire state. They are great football teams. As you mentioned, Kaukauna with a big win over Kimberly. They win the conference championship. West Pere, the only two teams they've lost to are really, really good teams. Yeah. One of them being the team they're going to play tonight, and one being Bayport on a really bad night a couple of weeks ago.
This could legitimately be a state championship game.
No question.
Had the pairings been a little different, but it's that type of caliber game.
I think deservedly this should be a matchup further down the road, to be honest with you.
West Pere is wearing their white jerseys tonight. They are coached by Chris Greisen, now in his fourth season as the head coach of the Phantoms. Kaukauna wearing their black uniforms. They're coached by Matt Binsfeld, now in his eighth season as the head coach of the Galloping Ghosts. And it will be West Pere kicking off to Kaukauna, and we are underway. Level 2 high school football here on Showdown, fielded at the 2-yard line.
Kavanaugh Wyenberg.
And across the 20-yard line, slowed him up for a second. And out to about the 23-yard line is where Kaukauna will begin their first drive.
That was a nice kick right to the goal line. The wind is going in different directions, isn't it though, Ted? It's like now it's going from right across the field, like our back, a really strong wind across the field. And I got to say it's about a 20 to 24 mile an hour wind.
Well, Cameron was saying before the game it was 20 miles an hour sustained. It was gusting up to 30 and thought it might be that way throughout the evening. I'm looking at the temperature, 45-degree temperature, feels like 38 as we get ready for the first snap of the game. Finley Dorio, the quarterback.
Outstanding quarterback, 1,800 yards passing this year.
And the handoff. Dorio, you talk about 1,800 yards passing. He can also run a little bit. But it'll be interesting to see how that win that we were just talking about, how it affects both teams, because especially West Superior, they love to pass just as much.
That was Connor Kitchlow with the carry, a gain of about 2. But yeah, West Superior, talked about their offense, their quarterback, Duke Schovold, 1,953 yards passing, 19 touchdown passes, 59% completion rate, but 0 yards rushing on the season.
He might need it tonight, though.
Yep, with this win.
It's a 2nd and 8 from the 25. And Dorio will keep it.
Nice job that time with the fake up the middle. Faked it to Connor Kinchlow. Linebacker hesitated watching him.
Maybe a 4-yard pickup there.
About that should be about 3rd and 3 on their own 30-yard line. Quick huddle for Kaukauna as they come back out.
West Superior has been allowing 118 yards rushing per game this season. Ghost averaging close to 186 yards rushing, and that'll be a first down for the Ghosts.
Kavanaugh Wyenberg had some good blocking over that right side. There were a couple of sealed blocks. You know, he's known a little bit more for also catching the ball to the backfield. He's got 31 catches for 276 yards receiving this year. Take a look over on that right side. See the big block right there?
Yeah, actually that's Connor Kinchlow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Zero instead of 1.
I'm sorry. It's Connor Kinchlow. Good block, but I want to talk about that offensive line real quick, okay? 5'11", 277, 6'5", 302, 5'11", 253, 6'4", 301, 6'4", 280, 6'3", 300, 6'1", 295. Teddy.
Getting it done.
Can you believe?
At any division.
Dive, no, that was intended for Wyenberg. But can you believe that size?
Yeah.
Mitch Verstegen, number 65, he's 302. He's going to Indiana. Glenn Denny, he's 253. Carson Ernst is 6'4", 301. Braden Jansen is 6'4", 280 pounds. Matthew Schoenmakers, 6'3", 300. Elijah Moore, 6'1", 295.
They got some guys up front that can move some people. So a 2nd and 10 from the 40. First drive of the game. For Kaukauna, it's Kinchlow again on the outside. It's got a first down, and somebody got a foot that slowed him up just enough to make him tumble.
Did he get into high gear in a hurry, didn't he, Teddy? As soon as he turned that corner, and his shoulders were square, and he just sprinted down that sideline. Watch how quick he gets down that sideline. Once again, good blocking by that massive offensive line. Gets the corner. Yeah, and you're right, just trips up. You wouldn't have taken it to the house, but a little play action.
Played a pass for a short
Quick
gain.
slant. Parker Shue, 35 receptions, 662 yards on this season.
Second meeting between these two teams this season, with Kaukauna winning in week 2, 25-22. Very tight game. Last year was West Superior that won twice over Kaukauna, including a game that was in the state semifinal.
And that field goal being the difference in that game, they only had 3 field goals for the year.
See if it comes down to that tonight. So much on the line, trying to keep their seasons alive, trying to get to that quarterfinal round next week. 2nd and 5 now from the 35.
First man through.
And Kinchlow again, and going to be close to that first down. Still fighting for it. Let's see where they spot this one.
I think just a little short. I think it's going to bring up a decision here, but I'm sure they know what they're going to do. And they are going with no huddle, and they're taking it right up to the line. They need a yard.
Dorio.
No snap.
And it's Kinchlow again diving, and this time he does have the first down.
So Connor Kinchlow and Kavanaugh Wyenberg have been the bread and butter for Kaukauna on this drive. Very impressive drive, very methodical, moving it down the field. And why not, Ted? Like I said, with this wind that could get up to, 40 miles an hour, wind chill in the 30s, if you're moving those chains with that big offensive line to these tough running backs, you don't have to go to the air. But like I said, he's outstanding. Finley Dorio, 1,842 yards passing, 17 touchdowns, 58% completion rate, 184 yards per game, and he's got 345 yards rushing.
And he does go to the air. He had a man and through the fingers of the intended receiver.
Yeah.
I believe that was
Tucker Hoffman.
Yeah.
Tucker Hoffman, the intended receiver, couldn't quite get it. I will say this, though, not to make an excuse for the quarterback, but that wind is blowing exactly in that direction. Where if the wind caught that ball and moved it about a foot, that could be the difference between that being a big play and being an incompletion.
So you're looking at West De Pere facing us, and the wind is in their face.
Exactly. Yep.
So 2nd and 10 coming up from the 29. We haven't seen very many passes in this one. A couple of receivers on each side for Dorio. Kinchlow will take the handoff, try the right side once again, and met immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was, but I got to tell you, big number 65, Mitch Verstegen, 6'5", 302. He's going to be an Indiana Hoosier. Wow, did he move his man. I mean, watch, if you can see 65, Ted, right on the right-hand side, right there. See him?
D1 football player next year going to Indiana, playing some Big Ten football. Of course, first team all-conference this year in the Fox Valley Association.
If you did those grades like offensive line coaches do after every game, that'd be a 10 out of 10.
Is that a 10?
That's a 10.
There you go, Coach.
Yep. What's that? What movie is that from?
Hoosiers.
No. Oh, gosh.
3rd and 9. Which one?
The Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
The original.
There you go. And Dorio escapes the first man and will just get rid of this one. And Dorio took a big hit. He's laid out at the 50.
Andrew Baumgart, I believe, with the hit. And Dorio did a phenomenal job getting that somewhere on the field where there were no white shirts.
So 4th down coming up here. We'll take another look at this. Watch Baumgart.
Does a nice job getting away from that one.
And Andrew Baumgart, he's a beast. You talk about some big athletic guys.
6'2", 245, and one of the fastest guys on the team.
Another guy that'll be playing at the college level next year.
4th and 9.
They're going to go for it. From the 28, Dorio sets back to pass, goes to the right side looking for a man, and incomplete. Turnover on downs. We'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. 1st and 10 from the 28 as West De Pere takes their first offensive snap after their defense got a turnover on downs.
Yeah, that was a heck of a drive. But then all of a sudden they just really stiffened up, and that was such a huge play on 3rd down with the big pass rush. That could have been about a 15-yard loss. He did a nice job of at least doing that, but that West De Pere defense really stiffened exactly when it had to.
The West De Pere offense averaging 48 points per game. Keep it on the ground, and a 1st down.
Evan Ott, 646 yards on the ground so far this season. And everybody hoping that the season doesn't come to an end tonight for all the teams still alive in the playoffs. Something about winning that first playoff game, though, that really makes the season a success, no matter what. It just does.
Well, and in the last couple of years with the computer doing all the seeding and matchups and everything, been quite controversial.
Yeah, no question.
So you just kind of got to get through that first round or two before you really get into the meat of the schedule.
Out of the Wildcat, Andrew Baumgart.
That's a little different.
That's a little different. 6'2", 245. We talked to Chris Grayson before the ball game. He said, we got some new wrinkles we're going to try. He said, keep your eyes open. That must be one of them.
Well, and Baumgart, even though he is the defensive player of the year in the FRCC North, had 33 carries on the season, over 400 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns.
And guess how many yards he averaged per carry? 12.
Get out of the way. You better hit him early. Don't let him get ahead of steam.
Chew him up.
Hand off to Ott again, and Ott has the 1st down.
What a nice move, Evan Ott. 5'8", 150-pound junior. 646 yards coming in. He made a real nice, quick move right there, and that's what freed him up to get the 1st down. Watch this quick little sidestep, Teddy. Takes it right there over the left side. Right there. Wow, I'll tell you what, call that an ankle breaker move, isn't it? When you bring the defender to his feet.
Slipped him. So into Galloping Ghost territory for the first time from the 47-yard line, and Ott again, and he got lifted and thrown to the ground after a gain of 6.
Carson Van.
My goodness.
Carson Van Ditter, just watch number 23. 6'3", 195. He's a safety. Watch him come up right there. Holy cow. Would that be a decleater? Look at all the changes on defense said. They just brought in 4 new players on the defensive line.
Keep them fresh. So a 2nd and 4. Showball.
Wildcat again. No,
it's Baumgart.
Yep.
And Baumgart looking for the first down, and I think he's got it.
It's going to be pretty close. I'll tell you what, Sam Weber for Kaukauna gave him a lick. He's 5'11", 205, junior linebacker. These are 2 hard-hitting teams, Ted. Holy man.
I'm glad you pointed out Baumgart right away. I was like, Showball's put on a little weight the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, just check out the calves. Yeah, that's a big boy. Wow. So it is a first down at the 36. Nice drive by Westy Pere, all on the ground.
A very fast-moving first quarter.
Baumgart back there again.
And he will take the snap. And trying to get out of the backfield. He picked up a yard or 2.
Yeah, did a nice job of avoiding a loss. And Logan Arft, number 74, made the stop. 6', 221. He's a junior defensive lineman. Gain of about 2, closer to 1.5. So he had the 2 lead blockers, but Kaukauna did a really nice job of stuffing that hole where he wanted to go. And he had to just sort of cut in the inside and get what he could get. But again, that tackle, it was low, below the knees to bring him down. So 2nd and 8 from the 34. Wildcat again. Reverse.
A reverse this time. Ben Lemerand. And that time dropped for a loss. 2nd team all-conference wide receiver.
Tyler Jazeski, number 42 with the stop. Early on, it looked like that play was in trouble. Didn't you think, Ted? There's a little too much penetration right away on the part of Kaukauna. And it's a big loss, so it brings up a 3rd and 13. So things pretty similar between the Kaukauna opening drive. Quarterback back in the ball game now.
Yeah, Showball back into the game for West Pere on a 3rd and 13. Passing situation. Showball trying to buy some time under pressure. He'll just throw it away. 4th down coming up.
Logan Arft again with the pressure that time. So Arft with 2 big plays, 6', 221-pound linebacker. 2 real big plays to bring up a 4th down now for Westy Pere. I think they're just going to punt and try to play the game of field position. Don't you, Ted?
I would think so. And change of personnel here. Their punter, Patrick Greisen.
And I made that decision when I saw the entire pump team leave the sidelines. That's how perceptive I am.
But Baumgart is back there.
Oh. Okay. Flag movement on the part of Westy Pere.
I don't think that's the worst thing in the world.
No.
Ball start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
I don't know if they were trying to draw Kaukauna offsides and one of their guys moved, or...
That drives me crazy in the NFL where they never jump. I told you so. The last time that worked was October of 1974. It was me against Newberry. It's the last time
it's
it
in
worked.
Michigan, folks.
Yes.
There's a snap to Baumgart, and he will punt.
End over end that might die before the end zone, and it does.
And that's where Kaukauna will start. We'll be right back. You're watching Showdown. First and 10 from the 14 as Kaukauna begins their 2nd drive of the game, scoreless here in Kaukauna in this level 2 2nd-round game of the WIAA playoffs against 2 really good teams, and we saw their defenses both stiffen on the first drive.
Yeah, that was Easton Deschênes for Westy Pere. He is a load. Easton Deschênes. I'm telling you, 6'4", 235, just a junior. Huge, huge potential for that young man in the game of football. Loss of 2.
2nd down coming up for Finley Dorio.
Keeps it himself.
And has a hole. Good block up front, and maybe about a yard shy of the first down.
Did a nice job on that. Carson Van Ditter comes up to make the stop. Oh, excuse me. B.J. Griffin comes up to make the stop. You know, I color code all my teams, Teddy. So I
How's that working for you
I
tonight?
had one all orange, one all black, and one team is black and orange. The other one is black, orange, and white. So I went and bought markers.
Yeah.
All that
You do
stuff.
every year.
Every year I buy new markers, and these teams come out the same colors. Not right,
They
Teddy.
change the colors for you every year, John.
Every year. It's not fair.
3rd and 2.
Got a hole.
And a big push for the first down for the Ghosts.
Yeah, that was nicely done. That really was. They just did a nice job of blocking that time, had the hole, had the burst, and picked up the first down. So first quarter winding down. Two high-powered offenses so far stymied.
Yeah, we talk about Kaukauna scoring 28 points a game, West Lapeer 48 points a game, and here we are scoreless with about 95 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
West Lapeer last week knocked off Menominee Falls 27-0. Kaukauna was also a big winner last week.
Cut up the middle. And
Probably gained about
9.5 yards.
Yeah.
9 3/4 yards.
That was another one where he just kept the feet moving. Nice run that time. Aiden Reardon. Fight for yardage.
Number 24.
2nd and 1 right on the 35.
Under a minute to go in the quarter.
And timeout maybe.
And they'll take a timeout. So we'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. So Kaukauna taking a timeout with 41 seconds remaining in the first quarter here. Scoreless game.
Some other scores around the area. Notre Dame 14, FVA 3. Fond du Lac tied at 7. Luxembourg Casco 7-0 lead over Kiel.
Get the Nina score.
I had it
Nina
earlier.
21-0 over Chippewa Falls in the third quarter. That started early.
Yeah, they were at halftime already, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in the third by now. Started at 6 o'clock, and here's the pass, little screen, and off to the 40. Caught from behind at the 30-yard line. Big play for the Galloping Ghost.
Boy, that was set up so nicely. It was a great play action in the backfield. In fact, the running back really held on to it. I think the running back was thinking he was getting the ball here. Quarterback almost had to pull it out of his hands, then does a nice job of finding his receiver, running free down the field for a huge gain.
Brock Verbencore.
Yep. Big play for Brock Verbencore, but a really great setup in the backfield by Dorio.
So to the 29-yard line.
Fond du Lac, by the way, now tied at 7.
With the Pere. Dorio with the handoff. And is that Reardon again? Yes.
Yep.
And that'll do it for the first quarter. No score after 1 quarter of play in this second round of the WIAA playoffs. West Pere and Kaukauna. We'll be back. Back at Kaukauna before we start the second quarter. U.S. Cellular giving away $20,000 for a distraction-free vacation. Enter. And if you want to enter and find out about the official rules, go to 20kvacay.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Another score coming in, Teddy. Marquette University School, 14. Bayport, nothing.
Yeah, that's in Milwaukee tonight. Bayport, the FRCC North champs, on the road. So we begin the second quarter. Kaukauna, 2nd and 9 from the 28-yard line.
Ooh, first man through. Connor Kinchlow had a chance to take that one to the house. Somebody reached out an arm there, knocked him down, but it was pretty clear sailing after that, taking it to the 25-yard line. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. As we mentioned, both teams just tremendous passing teams coming into this ball game. West Pere averaging 226 yards passing per ball game, 124 on the ground. But they've been almost all on the ground except for that one nice play action pass where they got it to wide receiver Brock Vandercourt.
So 3rd and 6 from the 25-yard line. Kinchlow right up the middle. Some hard hitting there. That last push may have pushed him over for the first down, and it did.
And it did. Again, Mitch Verstegen at 302 pounds led the way. They got right behind his backside and followed him on this play.
Oh, it was a great effort at the end of this. Watch this. They had Kinchlow stop shy, and then, just pushing and falling backwards.
Also, number 77, Matthew Schoenmakers, 6'3", 300 pounds, helping opening up that hole.
And they are inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone for the first time tonight, a 1st and 10, sitting on the 19-yard line.
Each team has roughly gotten into this neighborhood in the first quarter, but this is where the drives ended.
Coming to the near side, no escaping that time as the defense closed quickly. Number 7, Cruz
Vandenhoevel.
6'2",
195 defensive back. That's a nice size defense. That's pro-size defensive back right there. And he sniffed that one out immediately. Nice ball player. He's a senior. So many of these guys you could project playing college football, couldn't you, Ted? I mean, wow, so many. I mean, they just got such size and
a lot
athletic ability.
A lot of WIAC schools looking, a lot of other schools in the region looking at these kids tonight.
How much fun would it be to play football if you had size and talent? You know what I mean?
It makes it easier, doesn't it?
I guess. I don't know.
2nd and 12. Back to the 21 after the 2-yard loss.
Another big hole.
And we're back to Kinchlow. Now, Kaukauna will use several different running backs. None of their backs have had huge seasons number-wise, but they've been very effective just on a rotational basis.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That time was number 69, Carson Ernst, 6'4", 301. That was the lead blocker in that play.
But the one guy that might have the most yards is Finley Dorio, who has to come to the sideline to get the play every single time.
We saw that last week, too, at Sturgeon Bay. 3rd and 7.
Does he wear a Fitbit? We know how many steps he's getting in.
That's a good point.
Here's Kinchlow. Cut it back to the near side.
Nice tackle that time, coming up quickly from the secondary and doing a good job getting down there, getting his feet on it, was Colin Gindra. 6'1", 175 is a junior defensive back. Came up and made that play. So 4th down and 3 from the 12-yard line. What do you call, Coach? I say just keep that big offensive line pushing. What do you think?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think you see Kinchlow again here.
Yeah.
Is he in? Yeah. Who's in the backfield with Dorio? It is, looks like Kinchlow. Nope.
They're going for the field goal.
It is going to be the field goal.
That's Sanchez. Osvaldo Sanchez with the field goal attempt. He was the... And penalty or flag? Timeout called.
Kaukauna will take the timeout. So we will step away as well. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. So Kaukauna using their 2nd timeout of the half. They still got one more. 8:07 remaining in this first half. They took a timeout here. Ozzy Soto Sanchez was lining up for a field goal attempt.
And he was the hero the last time these two teams played.
Do you play the wind here?
That's what I was saying. I mean, it is blowing so hard. If you're facing the goalpost where Kaukauna is, it's blowing so hard from right to left. It's got to be 30 miles an hour. You almost have to. Oh, and there's movement. Oh, it wasn't called.
And the kick is on its way, and it is good. First points of the game belong to Kaukauna. 3-0 on the field goal by Ozzy Soto Sanchez. We'll take another timeout. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. 3-0. It is Kaukauna leading West De Pere. How long did you have on that field goal?
I've got 29.
29-yarder by Ozzy Soto Sanchez. 4 of 4 on the season for field goal attempts this season.
Got another score for you now.
Yeah,
Marquette, 21-0 over Bayport.
I think a little bit of a surprise there. Even though the seeding had Marquette as a number 2 seed, higher than Bayport, which has them on the road tonight. But think a lot of folks were thinking that Bayport would be able to take care of business on the road, be able to come back and host a local team, either the winner of De Pere and Fond du Lac next week.
Yeah.
But still a lot of time to go on that one. And here's Kaukauna kicking off after that field goal at the 10-yard line.
Yes, it is. Here comes the reverse. Oh, and that was played well. Oh, he spun around. He got out of it a little bit. That was nicely done.
Ben Lemeron, number 82.
Who's one of their leading receivers. He averages, you know what he averages per catch? Take a guess.
On the kicks?
Take a guess. On catches. What's his
catches?
average? 22 yards a catch.
Wow.
Isn't that phenomenal?
It is.
That's incredible for high school football.
Got to have some really good friends helping you with that one.
Absolutely. That is amazing for high school football. 22 yards a catch. All right, so here we go.
West De Pere begins just their second drive of the game. Long, sustained drives by both of these teams in this first half. And look at that Kaukauna defense fired up now.
Number 32, Sam Weber, came in there in a hurry. 5'11", 205, the running back, did not have a chance. One thing we have to talk about, Ted, we don't even see number 17 on the field at all, and that's Langdon Nordgaard, who is close to being an all-state, first-team all-state receiver. And he's hurt tonight. He will not be playing, and that's a big loss.
First team all-conference receiver in the FRCC was Nordgaard. 52 receptions, 850 yards.
6 touchdowns.
Receiving. Yeah.
There he is.
Terrific season.
Screen.
Chauvel looking downfield, has plenty of time.
Well, I think they were trying to set up the screen, right, Ted? But it's almost like he couldn't find his running back. He was looking left, looking left, looking left. There was a running back over on the right side, but it just didn't. It's almost like somebody went the wrong way, just from the looks of it.
Chauvel didn't like the angle.
He didn't like it at all.
It was definitely throwing that away at his feet.
Yeah.
Didn't want to make a mistake there. That's like making a pass at the top of the key in basketball where you can't defend it. If you pass it to the other team, it's an easy layup.
Yep.
You don't want to give up 6 there.
Exactly. You're exactly right. Yeah. That's what happened.
So Chauvel.
3rd and 11 now.
Ball sitting on the 20-yard line. Rolling to his right, has time, and now he's going to throw this one away.
Well covered, great coverage that time on the part of Kaukauna. There was nobody open. But again, missing Nordgaard is huge. 6'4", 217 pounds. I mean, he's one of those guys that could be a difference maker. 52 catches, 850 yards, 6 touchdowns. When you're a passing team and you lose that main guy, it's tough to recover from that. It really is, against a really good team like a Kaukauna. And Bayport, who they played where he was basically hurt.
Yeah. So a 4th and 11 here on the 20. You're going to have to punt here. It's going to be Bumgard lining up on his own 10-yard line. Waits for the snap. Step into this one and put a big leg into this one. Bounces at the opposite 40 and will bounce over to the 30-yard line, close to the 25. We'll take another timeout.
65-yard punt.
Into the wind.
Yeah.
We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10, ball on the 26 as Kaukauna takes over after they hold West De Pere deep in their own territory, force the punt. Got a 3-point lead.
That was a heck of a punt. So the ball was on the 20, so he was back to about the 10, went to the 25. I'm not great in math, but I think that's 65 yards from where it left his foot, isn't it?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And the wind, it's not in his face.
The wind did not help him, though. At all.
It's basically going across the field, but if it's going in either direction, it was a little bit more in his face, which, again, impressive.
Yep.
He's done a little bit of everything tonight. 2nd and 8. Caught at the 25. And no gain on that. Maybe even lost a little bit.
Cruz Vanden Heuvel once again, 6'2", 105. He's the senior. He's one of those guys, if I was a college scout, I would look for him. And these are the kind of pass. Now, this pass, even though it's a short pass, it is going against that wind, which can still wreak a little havoc. And it was low and kind of wobbly. Danny Poor with the reception for Kaukauna. So 3rd and 7, deep in their own territory now. for the Galloping Ghost.
When you talk about the difficulty of throwing in these conditions, it's really cold out there. Trying to catch that football, cold hands, a cold football, that's a whole different proposition.
Mark Hewson from Bellin. Okay,
yeah.
I've never seen him in a press box before because he's always brave in the elements. He comes up, holy cow, is it cold out there?
We'll be talking to Mark at halftime, and that one is caught. How did he catch that? Wow.
That was outstanding.
Nolan Hall.
Watch this. He gets hit. It's a good ball. He gets hit almost immediately. It goes airborne. There it is.
Up for grabs.
And a great catch, Nolan Howell. Wow.
Hall was a honorable mention all-conference wide receiver in the FBA this year. 21 catches, 361 yards, and none prettier than that one. Great concentration. Fresh set of downs for the Ghosts. Back up the middle they go.
Strong run.
Kinchlow again.
Yeah, strong run. Gain of about 7 that time. Good hole. He ran with determination. Squared up his shoulders, ran north and south. Another quick score again early, but 6-0 over Kimberly right now in that ball game.
Well.
Yeah.
Well.
Some of the local
powerhouses, Kimberly and Bayport, both losing right now.
2nd and 3. Oh, nice grab. Oh, but nice defense, too. It looked like he had something going over there. Kavanaugh Weinberg, he's got 31 catches on the year.
Now, Weinberg was trying to dive backwards again for that first down.
Yeah.
The rest of Pere did not allow that to happen.
They closed quickly, so bring up a 3rd and 1. Ball on the 47-yard line of West De Pere. Notre Dame now leading 28-3 over SVA. So 3rd and a short one, really.
From the West De Pere 47, who are they going to get this on? They both moved at the same
I
time.
think it's against Kaukauna.
Start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, Maine's 3rd down.
Ooh, from 3rd and about a foot to 3rd and about 5.5.
If we can take another look at that one. They all pretty much moved.
Yeah, everybody kind of moved, but I think it was a correct call. I think you'll see guy in black move first.
No.
Right there.
No.
No, you're right.
92 was the first one to move.
He did move, but he didn't come across.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what made the offensive lineman move then for Kaukauna. Okay, 3rd and 6. 47-yard line.
Back into their own territory. Dorio.
Play action.
Quick shot and fighting for the
of
first
the
down. Yeah, I
first
think he's short
down.
too, John. Weinberg again. Oh.
They're giving it to him?
Oh. Okay. The near side official came in and ruled a first down.
Wow.
I thought
And now look at the ball is blowing, Ted. The ball just blew all the way up to the 45-yard line. Now the official is resetting it.
Did we mention the wind is blowing
The
pretty
wind
good up
is
there?
blowing. I did not think he had a first down there, Ted.
I thought he was a little bit short,
Just
shy
being
too. I don't know if we got an
totally honest with you,
angle of that.
He
but
did not have that first down that I saw. Maybe I'm wrong.
And back to the ground. Kinchlow, good for 3 or 4.
Picking his way through. Nice job of the defense coming up again, making the step.
Now, to be fair,
Yeah.
the official is looking right down that line. We're off to the side a little bit.
Totally agree.
So,
But just from where I was looking at the yard marker and where the chain was, that's the part that seemed a little discombobulated.
and you would never question the official.
Not me.
No.
Never have. I'm not going to start now.
Under 2 minutes to go in the half. 2nd and 6 from the 42. Dorio fakes the handoff and overshoots his man. That was a tough angle. Good coverage, though, that time.
Yeah, it was really good coverage. They had a chance, but, boy, it had to be dropped in there perfectly.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of room for error.
Looking
Parker
for
Shue,
Shue.
intended receiver. So 3rd down and 6 now from the 42-yard line. And now the official is actually standing over the football so it doesn't roll. 4 down territory, Teddy? Or no? On a night like this? I don't think so. I think punt, pin them back.
I want to see where they're at on fourth
right.
down, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to buy a little extra time if I can.
Always do that.
I'm going to buy some time.
You never commit.
Because it's only 3rd and 6.
Our relationship, you've never had commitment.
Dorio to Kinch, though, and now it will be a 4th down, and it's going to be 4th and 3 coming up.
Yeah. Miller Marquardt got up there quickly for Westy Pere, along with Colin Jinda. So 4th and 3, and here they go.
I think they're going to go for it, John.
Okay, Teddy, good call.
4th and 3. Dorio looks to the sideline. Are they going to change the play?
So a minute left in the first half.
Looking at the sideline, Kaukauna does have 1 timeout remaining, and they might use it right here.
Yeah, they're watching the clock. They're letting the clock wind down, so that means they're going to punt,
Yeah.
you would think.
Matt Binsfeld is going to take the timeout. That'll be their final timeout with 48 seconds remaining in the second. Hey, our Down and Distance tonight is brought to you by Gandrid West Mason Value Center. Find the right vehicle at the right value for your money. Complete inventory online at gandridwest.com. With 48 seconds. We talked about Mark Hewson coming up at halftime. We'll talk to him in just a few moments. But the Bellin Health Titletown Sports Medicine Orthopedics is proud to provide licensed athletic trainers for area schools and local athletes. Tonight, Abby Klicka, Janine Ziemer, Dr. Bo Eben working the sidelines for West Pere. Thanks to the staff at Bellin Health who keep our kids safe and in the game. Bellin Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown.
Another score, Kewanee leads 14-0 in their ball game. Kewanee with just a tough team this year, aren't they, though, against Cedar Grove? They'll take on the winner of Howard's Grove and St. Mary Springs.
Such an exciting time of year.
Love it. Just love it. I used to like it those years, though, Ted, when they'd have an afternoon game on Saturday, and we would do those games.
Yeah.
We did
Do a
those for
Friday
couple of
and a
years.
Saturday?
Friday and a Saturday. I really enjoyed that.
So 4th and 3, they will still go for it
they're
here.
They're not in punt formation.
Finley Dorio takes the
gonna keep it
handoff. He'll
himself.
keep it.
He's got it.
First down.
He's got the first down with 43 seconds to play in the first half. Getting the play from the sidelines in a hurry, so he's on the 33-yard line. 40 seconds left to play.
Now the Ghosts are out of timeouts. Got to remember that.
Yeah, they called one really early in the first quarter. 30 seconds.
Ball up to the 33-yard line.
Play action. Has a man. Oh!
Trying to make the one-handed grab.
Oh, had 6 ahead of him if he could have handled that one. That was a nice pass just on a night like this. A little long.
Well, it was Hall that made the circus grab earlier in this game.
Right. Oh, watch this. What a nice fake. He does a great job with his play action. Look how long he keeps it in there. Does a nice job. Puts a nice pass out there.
Yeah, and Dorio really didn't have a chance to put any air under that.
No.
That defender was closing. That safety was closing quickly.
You're exactly right.
He got it in the window. Just couldn't connect. So, 2nd and 10 from the 33. Dorio again has Hall.
That's Hall again.
And out of bounds he goes to stop the clock with 18 seconds.
Yep, Nolan Hall made up for that last play. 6'3", 198. That's a great target, especially on a night like this where that ball isn't going to go exactly where you want to put it. He's got that height to reach out and grab it. So 18 seconds is still a lot of time.
It is, and now you're on the 19-yard line inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone. You're also within, I would think, field goal range.
I'm sure they're thinking of that. This is almost exact. Well, they were at the 12-yard line on their last series when they got the first down. Hall.
Yeah,
well covered that time.
Steady dose of Nolan Hall. Why not?
Yeah, Bryce Borowitz, number 20, 6'1", 180-pound sophomore, was in front of the receiver, and then the safety was behind the receiver. So really didn't have a chance. It was kind of a one-man pattern. Put it all on that, and it was just great coverage that time on the part of Westy Pere.
Again, stick around at half. We talk with Mark Hewson from Bellin Health. We'll also check on some scores from around the area, all these games involving area teams. And also get you ready for that second half between these two teams trying to get to the quarterfinal round next week of the WIAA playoffs. 2nd and 10 from the 19. And has him and a little bit low, and Hall knows it. He wanted that one.
Oh, he got open that time. They blitzed. Rusty Pere sent a safety, and it was one-on-one coverage, and he beat his man. There was no help deep, and that ball just kind of died on him near the goal line. One more look at it. Oh. He's going to think about a couple of passes tonight, isn't he? Which way this turns
Well, they've been really going after Hall.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say keep an eye on Parker's shoe here.
Yeah, good point. 2 wide receivers right, 2 wide receivers left, and a timeout.
Yeah, good timeout here by West Pere.
Yep.
You've been hitting Hall on the right side, right side. You've set up Parker's shoe.
Yeah, you may have
on that left
extinguished
side.
that one. You're right. 11 seconds left to play in the first half. Wow.
Hey, tonight's instant replays, they've been looking great tonight. They've been brought to you by Simon's Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese Little Chute.
Couple more scores. Fond du Lac leads De Pere 21-7. Kimberly leads Stevens Point now 7-6 at halftime. So some big games going around the state tonight. Wow. This is in some ways the most fun weekend, I think, Ted. Don't you, of the high school playoffs?
I don't know how you can say this is more fun than next week.
Well, I know, but you know what? There's more.
Or last week.
But there's more teams this week. You know, then it really
More
gets
teams?
condensed. Well, yeah, because a lot of teams will be eliminated after tonight. So I'm just saying there's more teams. I like that part of it.
Okay.
Wow. I'm the kind of guy that likes the first 2 rounds of the NCAA basketball tournament.
Me too.
There's more games.
More teams are eliminated, so more teams.
Wow.
Dorio in trouble, and
got away. Ooh.
But they're out of timeouts.
And I don't think they're getting another play up. That was a big tackle.
That was a huge defensive stand by West Pere.
Wow. What a way to end the first half.
3-0 Kaukauna. Not a lot of scoring in this, but man, what an exciting game here between two of the best teams in Division II. Glad you could be with us tonight. It is halftime. Special interview with Bell and Health. Coming up after this, you're watching Showdown. It is halftime, and we've got another special guest. You've seen him before, Mark Hughes from Bell and Health. Thanks for making the trip out.
Oh, not a problem. Thanks again. Great night.
Absolutely. He likes it cold. He likes it cold. He likes the wind. It's a great night for Mark. But I tell you what, second round of the playoffs here. There's a lot of pressure on these kids, night in, night out. We can get into the playoffs. You know, sometimes we forget about the mental health of these athletes that are out here as well.
Oh, that's exactly right. You know, just new pressures with young kids. It doesn't matter what age. And, you know, there's just pressures with that mental health aspect and making sure that their health, their wellness is doing well.
Is there more pressure on young athletes? I mean, going down to almost elementary school, junior high, things like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's not even just athletics. It's from school. It's want to make mom and dad, you know, feel real good. It's making for your coaches, yourself, your teammates, just everyone.
And that's an important aspect that Bellman is trying to hit on right now, isn't it?
Oh, it is. You know, and we definitely just education. Charles Latour, a gentleman that works for us, and just trying to get out there and get that education of trying to help people out of your anxiety, or if you're struggling with shooting free throws or catching a ball, what can you do to help them out so they just relax, they play the game, or they just do studies well.
Awesome. It's good stuff.
And then in terms of if you think you're having trouble or your child's having some trouble, what's the best next step?
Oh, definitely. I think sometimes it's just a matter of talking with your schools. It could be, your guidance counselors. It could be a principal. But if it extends, it's a matter of having talk with your family physician, and you can get referrals. There's people out there that can help you out. Just sometimes a matter of speaking up.
And then one other thing you guys are trying to hit on at an early age, nutrition for athletes.
It's huge. Nutrition. I mean, nutrition doesn't start just at 5 o'clock today before this game. It started Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's cold out tonight, but 2 hours ago it was pretty warm, so what do you need to be in your body so you're ready to play this game tonight in the conditions that present itself at 7 p.m.
I think that's awesome that you're hitting the high school and even junior high athletes with these kinds of things.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. It's just down to those lower levels of, we can't just worry about a junior and senior, it's a matter about doing this education when they're, elementary school, middle school, high school.
What I could have achieved if you had that then. Go ahead. All right.
We don't have enough time. But I tell you what, Mark, we're wrapping up the fall sports. Winter sports will be starting up. Injuries always happen late in the season, early in the season. I know you guys have that free walk-in clinic if needed.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for people to use the walk-in clinic, and the big thing is, assess your stuff. You don't have to rush off always to see them, but it's available to be seen by a licensed athletic trainer.
I think it's just great you guys being on the sidelines in all these games.
Thanks again for you guys supporting us.
It's always fun.
Have a great night.
Mark Husen, Bell and Health. We've got to take a timeout. You're watching Showdown. Well, a cool night in Kaukauna. Glad you can be with us. WIAA Division II Level 2 playoff game. We were talking to Mark Husen. That was a taped interview we had with Mark. Mark's up here in the booth now, but he was telling us how cold it is on the West Pier
in the
sideline where the wind is in their face.
I believe it.
And then you had a friend pop up who's sitting on the Kaukauna side.
Yes.
What did she say?
That was Katie. Katie from IXX who lives here. She said, it's fine on this side. Totally fine.
They're blocked from the wind.
You want to cover the booth and warm up? She says, no, we're totally fine. It's nice out there. So two different perspectives depending on which way that wind is, if it's in your face or at your back.
Yeah, it is a cool win tonight. And a 3-0 game. Now, if you're just tuning in, you're going, wow, 3-0 game. Not a very good game. This has been a fantastic. These two teams are really getting after it.
I'll tell you what, just fantastic defense, Ted. These are two high-powered offenses, and I know the conditions aren't conducive to a high-scoring football game, but these are really great athletes in both these teams, and the defenses are really coming to play. I mean, there have been a couple of great drives, but just defenses getting really tough, stiffening up, and that's really been the story of the ball game. No real fault to the offense, just great defensive play on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. You see all the fans here. It didn't stop the fans from coming out. They're bundled up. They got their blankets. They're having a good time. We got second half action coming up. And when we come back, we'll also check on some of those scores from around the state for you. That's coming up next. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Teams back on the field starting to warm up for the second half. We're going to run through some of the scores here from around the area, John. We'll start in Division 1. It is a final. Neenah has advanced to the Level 3 game. They're going to take on the winner of Stevens Point, Kimberly. That is a tough one right now. 1-point game at half.
You got to give Neenah a lot of credit. They lost their quarterback in the first game that we did this year to that wrist injury. Remember, they had that freshman that took over. And I'll tell you what, they did a great job with him keeping everything together before the regular season quarterback, was healed.
And then you see Fond du Lac in control right now in the second quarter with the Pere 2-touchdown lead. Bayport is in Milwaukee tonight. Marquette with a 3-touchdown lead.
I don't know a lot about Marquette, but if they're leading 21-0, that means something against Bayport. I'll tell you that right now.
Yep, and then, of course, our game, 3-0 lead for Kaukauna. The winner of this one will take on the winner of Cedarburg Homestead. That is a 7-0 lead for Cedarburg at half. And then one other score to pass along. Campbell Sport, Two Rivers leading Campbell Sport 21-0 at half. We saw that Two Rivers team earlier this year. The winner of that one will play Luxembourg, Casco, Kiel winner.
I'll tell you what, that would be we saw Kiel. They're a nice football team, but Luxembourg, Casco this year, they got their good quarterback back again this year after that terrible injury last year. Two Rivers, Luxembourg, Casco would be quite the matchup. We saw Two Rivers and Kiel a couple of weeks ago.
Some other scores to pass along. We're getting them. Notre Dame is up 28-3 over Fox Valley Lutheran in Division 5.
Wrightstown 7-0 over Southern Door. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood 7-0 over Amherst. Both those games at halftime. In Division 6, Auburndale 21-14 over Coleman. I don't know if do we have a time in that one? I don't know if it's halftime or what.
Yeah, about half.
Okay, St. Mary Springs 35-0 over Howard's Grove. Randolph leads Lord 16-6 at halftime. Reedsville 21-0 in their game over Cambria.
All right, second half action of our game coming up after this timeout. You're watching Showdown on TV 32.
Well,
ready for the second half here. Before we do that, tonight's Smile Cam is brought to you by North Star Dental Group. Changing your life by changing your smile. Check out Dr. Pete in Appleton and Sheboygan. You see the fans, they are fired up before this game. And a little chilly, but smiling. Good smiles out there. Thank you, Dr. Pete. And
When's
we are
Dr. Pika to make an
underway here in the second half. It is West De Pere receiving the kick, fielded at the 10-yard line, and then wrestled out of bounds near the 28-yard line. A flag comes in late.
Ben Lemeron with the return. He's their leading return man. The flag was thrown right at the tackle. I don't know if there's a face mask grabbed or a push in the back, usually one of the two when it's right at the point of contact.
On the defense, 5 yards.
Oh, on the defense.
Headed to the end of the run. First down.
Rod Fields wearing the white cap tonight. Our first opportunity to mention that. We had a very clean first half, didn't we, John?
A couple of illegal procedure calls, one or two, and that was it, really.
You see the rest of the officiating crew out there tonight. Always a tough job, isn't it?
No question. I've got all the respect in the world for the people that come out and do that. I really do.
WI always looking for new officials to get involved. They need help in all sports with officiating. All right, so first drive of the second half for West De Pere. They'll keep it on the ground as Evan Ott.
Yeah, trying to make something happen, but man, there were a lot of black shirts in front of him. He made a couple of moves, and every time he made a move, Teddy, there was a different black shirt who was there to make the stop. Got a gain of 2, though. Did a nice job for that. A lot of effort for a gain of 2. But as we mentioned, not to belabor the point, but West De Pere is a passing football team. Almost 2,000 yards passing this year, which is one of the top marks in the state. 19 touchdowns, but they're without their good wide receiver, Langdon Nordgaard, and it is a crazy windy night. Not making excuses for them. I'm just saying that these are kind of conditions when you're a passing team you have to find a way to overcome.
Lemeron takes the pass. Showdown, nothing happening there, so a third down coming up for the Phantoms.
Yeah, bring up about a 3rd and 7. Ball on the 37-yard line of Kaukauna. This Kaukauna defense is something, isn't it? I think it's kind of underrated coming into this ball game.
Allowed 15.5 points per game. Only 111 yards passing per game and 114 yards rushing.
Yeah.
And don't forget, they play in the Fox Valley Association.
Yes. Every
Kimberly,
week it's like Appleton North,
Nina,
Fond du Lac. There aren't a lot of gimmies in that conference. Big play here, 3rd and a long 7.
Showdown, plenty of time now, chased out of the pockets, trying to buy some more time.
Oh, it's nice.
Throws his man Ott.
Thought he had his big-time pressure coming in that time. Sam Weber, we've mentioned him a few times now for Kaukauna. Really active linebacker, 5'11", 205, just a junior. Looked like Ott had it at first, and then he dropped it. Would have been short of the first down, but would have had a shot possibly at a 4th down play, but definite punting situations here.
And it is Baumgart. Andrew Baumgart waits for the snap.
Whoa! Thought that was going to go. Oh, another booming punt. Nice punt to the 30.
And we will step away. That is where Kaukauna will start when we come back. This is Showdown. 1st and 10 from the 23 as Kaukauna gets their first offensive drive of the second half and a big play to start the third quarter for the Galloping Ghosts.
You know, those sidelines have worked pretty good for them tonight, Ted. That's kind of been their bread and butter. It's taken up that sideline they did in the first half, up that right sideline now here in that second half, up that sideline for a first down. Great play on first down, bringing it up to the 37-yard line.
That was Connor Kinchlow again. We've seen him a lot tonight. We talked about the 4 or 5 guys that they like to run the ball with. You know, I think when you get to the playoffs, like basketball, the bench shrinks a little bit when you get into the postseason.
Absolutely.
Low snap to Dorio, but still able to hand it off. And this is Kinchlow, the 40, the 30, caught from behind near the 20-yard line. A big play for the Galloping Ghosts.
Touchdown saving tackle, B.J. Griffin. Boy, he showed some wheels, didn't he? Kaukauna going with a no huddle here. Kaukauna trying to line it up really fast. Boy, watch Griffin close. He really closed well. Kaukauna straight up the middle for a gain of about 5. Bringing it down to the 15-yard line. Man, we've mentioned quite a bit. Connor Kinchlow, the big no huddle once again for Kaukauna.
They're trying to catch the Phantoms off guard here. 2nd and 5 from the 15.
Play action.
Dorio
Has a shot.
to the corner of the end zone, has a man. Touchdown, Galloping Ghost. 15 yards on the touchdown strike to number 9, Parker Shue.
What a beautiful pass that was. I hesitated. I wasn't sure if Shue actually made that catch at first, Teddy, when he was going down, but a great job of hanging on to it. Nice play action. Caught the DB coming up a little bit and just dropped in there nicely, and he did hang on. What a nice play. What a beautiful throw by Finley Dorio. And a great catch by Parker Shue.
Ozzie Soto Sanchez with the extra point. His first attempt of the night is good. And the Ghosts lead 10-0. 9:45 remaining in the third quarter. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Well, we didn't see a lot of offensive fireworks in that first half, but we saw one right there, John.
Yeah, but you know what we did see in the first half, Ted? Several near misses. We had a couple of pass plays that could have been touchdowns, but just underthrown, overthrown, or the wind took him and sailed. That time, it was a perfect throw. It almost seemed like he played that wind perfectly. Like maybe he threw it just a hair to the right and let that wind carry it right into his arms. Because that, it seems
like a pitching iron.
Yes, exactly. Because if you're throwing that ball exactly into that wind, I mean, just by the law of gravity or whatever you want to call it, that wind is going to take it.
So Kaukauna kicks off after the touchdown, fielded at the 9-yard line. And Carter Schmidt.
Nice return.
With the return, did it pop out?
Up to about the 30. It's a pretty good field position for West Pere. They got to get something going now. They got to get one of those big plays.
Yeah. Hey, every time a team reaches the opponent's 20-yard line, they're in the Gallagher's Pizza Red Zone. Check out their restaurants in Swamico and De Pere, as well as 2 locations in Green Bay on West Mason Street and Webster Avenue. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian food, Irish spirit. A great place to go after a game at West Pere. Went there a couple of times after some basketball games. Here's Shovald. He wants to unleash one, and that is caught! Lemerond.
Ben Lemerond goes up high with 2 defenders around him and makes the catch. What a big play. Well, as I just said, Teddy, somebody needs to make a big play for West Pere, and 2 gentlemen just did. Great throw by the quarterback, Duke Shovald, and a great catch by Ben Lemerond. Outstanding
Just went
catch.
and got it.
Great coverage. Carson Van Dinter was right on him for Kaukauna, moving it down to the 35-yard line. This is about as far as they advanced in the first half.
So from the 35, Shovald waits for the snap, rolls to his right. He's looking deep again. And that's up for grabs, and it's picked off. Picked off. Bounced through the hands of the receiver and into the hands of one of the Galloping Ghosts. And it looks like it's number 25, John.
It is, yep.
Jason Schiffert.
What a big play for that young man. The receiver was open a step earlier, Ted, but then the DB came over to recover. That was number 22, John Newman, who came over initially to knock it around, and then the carom is taken by his teammate. Wow, big play for Kaukauna's defense.
Newman, a first-team all-conference corner this season for the Ghost. That's Schiffert with the INT and the turnover, and back the ball goes to Kaukauna with a 10-0 lead, just under 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And a big hole, and a flag come in late.
Yeah, the flag came in the backfield late.
Reardon had the carry.
10-yard penalty, remains first down.
Aiden Reardon, one of their leading rushers during the course of the season with about 400 yards. But as you mentioned, with their offense, they had numerous guys, or not numerous, but they had a handful of guys that all had about the same yardage. They didn't have that one main guy with 1,000 yards or anything like that. It's kind of a big penalty if they don't overcome this.
Yep.
I mean, after a big play like that, now to move it down inside the 10-yard line, 1st and 18, that's huge to overcome on a night like this.
First and 18.
Another
dancing.
nice hole. Ooh.
Well, makes about an 8-yard pickup that time.
Yeah, that was not bad at all. He's a tough football player. He really is. Reardon doesn't get a lot of pub. Does a nice job. 5'11", 163. Only a sophomore. Look out for that guy down the road.
So a big pickup there brings up 2nd and 10. So more manageable here.
Much more. That was a huge pickup right there to get 8 yards. To get everything back.
From the 17-yard line. A couple of receivers split to the far side. No one on the near side.
First man through again. Another nice hole. That offensive line is doing a nice job, Ted. And they're just feeding Aiden. A couple other scores here. Luxembourg Casco leads Kewanee 21-0. Wrightstown has a 14-0 lead in their ball game. So some of those local schools trying to move on. Third and a very manageable 5 from the 22. From 1st and 18 to 3rd and 5, I think they'll take those odds. 2 wide receivers flanked very, very wide right.
And some movement along that West Appear defensive line, but no flags on it.
Does he? It's close.
I can't tell from this angle.
I think he's short, though. I think he's a little short.
Yeah.
But it'll be 4th and very short.
4th and 1. What do you want to do here
4th
with a
and
10-point lead?
Wow, not even a full one. Again, about 1.5 yards.
I think I punt here.
I got to be honest with you. I would too, Ted. Their defense is playing so well. I think it's worth it. Well, I don't think
the ball's sitting on the 26-yard line.
Yeah.
Let's see what Matt Binsfeld wants to go for it.
4th and 1.
Let's see if they snap it here.
From the 26.
And they will snap it. And they will get the first down. Kinchlow, first down and more.
All the way out to the 37-yard line. Big, big play, just like we called it. Exactly.
We were so nervous for him.
Punt the ball. What's the matter with that, coach?
Like the 2 old guys in the balcony for the Muppet Show.
Exactly. In my day, we would have punted on 3rd down. Yeah, I agree. Fond du Lac now leads De Pere 28-7. So Fond du Lac looking for a possible big showdown in round number 3 next week, huh?
They're all big.
They're all big. You're right. You're right.
What a game this has been. So Kaukauna taking their time, coming to the line under 6 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Quarter's flying by, isn't it?
A very quick game so far.
fumble
Low snap. Dorio goes over the top looking for a man. A little bit too much on that one.
But real nice coverage that time. B.J. Griffin did not allow any space whatsoever.
Verbancourt, the intended receiver.
The DB or the quarterback would have had to drop that right over his arm.
Yeah, those finesse passes are a little bit tougher.
Tough on a night like tonight. Just got this one. Bayport losing 28-7 now to Marquette. Wow. Wow.
Well, keep an eye on that. See if the Pirates can muster a comeback in Milwaukee tonight. They reached the state semifinal last year against Kimberly. And Reardon.
Yeah, and that was another nice hole, Ted. This offensive line, and I mentioned earlier how big they are. I mean, 300, 280, 300, 295, 221, 253, 302. I mean, these are monster offensive linemen, and on a night like this, they're starting to take control of this football game.
And you got the lead here.
You got the lead, and they're letting those big hogs up front lead the way. And I say hogs in a very affectionate way. I don't want one of their parents coming after me in case they're the same size. Nice tackle that time by number 24. Coming up for West De Pere again, who's having himself a nice ball game, Colin Jindra. He's made a bunch of tackles, held him to a gain of 1. This is so important right now for West De Pere. They cannot let Kaukauna score on this drive. They got to stop them and then try to take control in the 4th quarter. And they showed they can move the ball with the passing game. We didn't see much of we haven't seen any of the Wildcat yet in the second half. See, look again, that whole right side, Ted. Yeah, Verstegen and that bunch on the right side of that offensive line for Kaukauna, they just, watch this. Watch the right side of the offensive line for Kaukauna. Watch these guys. Look at. Nobody's going to touch them. Big lane.
And no huddle. Kaukauna comes right up to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Snap's been
reared in again, back
Yep.
up the middle and close to another first down.
Yep,
A 9.5-yard gain again.
I think that was Braden Jansen, number 73, who led the way on that play over left guard. Brings up a 2nd and 1. Westy Pierce seems a little worn out right now, don't they, Ted?
Well, you were talking about those guys up front.
Yeah.
And Kinchlow, one man, slowed him down.
Yeah. Or he
that
could
was
have
a
got.
great job by Isaac Castor to grab an ankle.
DBs are making a lot of tackles right now for Westy Pierce.
So under 4 minutes to go in the third. Kaukauna will use a little clock here. And then a little miscommunication there. Dorio kept it. And I want to take a look at this one. I think there was a little misconfusion. I think he lost the ball. Kinchlow may have,
He did lose the ball, yeah. And the intended receiver was Nolan Hall, who's been his favorite receiver tonight, favorite intended receiver.
You watched that.
Yeah. Well, it bounced right into his hands, though, but I think he wanted the ball. Yeah. He made a little something out of nothing, had a chance to get a first down right there. So 2nd and 10 now. Ball on the 25. You know, I think when they were going no huddle, that kind of wore West Depeer down a little bit. Didn't you think, Ted?
Can't change personnel.
Right.
Kinchlow.
Nice tackle. Nice job coming up at that time. Carter Schmidt for West Depeer.
Hey, from our lot to your driveway, use our tools to help you find a vehicle quickly and easily. Whit Ford, your trusted Ford dealer. 3:21 remaining in the third and counting.
And you know the first question every coach asks after a game like this? How did so-and-so do tonight? Everybody wants to know right away. They start looking at tape. Forget about looking at this one.
And looking for the end zone and incomplete.
Nope. Looking once again for Nolan Hall. Bayport has just scored, so it's now Marquette 28, Bayport 15.
Hey, Cobeson Buses is now hiring. Top pay for part-time work with flexible hours. Visit Cobeson.com. Cobeson Buses, family pride in every ride.
So Bayport trying to mount a comeback.
And a field goal attempt coming up. This will be a little longer here, John.
Yeah, boy, he's got a leg, though, Ted. Wow, he's got quite the leg.
From the 28, a 38-yard field goal attempt, and that is good.
He's impressive. Perfect on the season. He kept it nice and low and did a line drive.
We've got to take a timeout. You're watching Showdown on TV 32.
Kimberly 14, Spash 12. Kimberly 14, Spash 12.
That's what we're hoping for now. Kimberly 14. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be our game if they hold. So 2:56 remaining in the third quarter as Kaukauna increases their lead. Ozzie Soto Sanchez now 2 field goals on the night. He's 5 of 5 on the season.
Very
big
impressive.
kicks in some not very favorable conditions out here.
No, but you know what? They were all from that side of the field, Ted. He came out real early at halftime and did a lot of warming up only from that side of the field.
Ghost will keep this one on the ground, fielded at the 25-yard line, picked up by number 85. And Maddox Black, nice return for the Phantoms.
Return. I remember we saw him return a bunch in that last game we did.
Hey, we've all been touched by a friend or family member with cancer, and that's why Security Lupke Roofing is donating a portion of their October sales to breast cancer research. To learn more, visit securitylupkeroofing.com. Such an important campaign they're
awesome.
running this month.
Lukey, they are just fantastic. Great people there.
Without a doubt. So 1st and 10 from the 49 as West Lapeer begins this drive, trailing by 13. They've got to start getting their offense going here, John.
Evan Ott that time. Nice job. Big pickup. Gain of about 8, I would say. So it brings up a second, almost 9, 2nd and 1. Yeah, they got to drive. They've got to get something going right now. No question about it, Teddy. And that play right there, they came out with some spunk. They had a nice drive going the last time they had the football, and then a carom interception killed their drive.
Is that a direct snap to
from
Ott?
the Wildcat? This time it was Evan Ott. Earlier they tried it with Andrew Baumgart.
That was a 2nd and short, and
He
they didn't get it.
He lost yards in that play. So it was 2nd and 1. Now it's 2nd and about 1.5.
3rd and 1.5.
I mean 3rd and 1.5. Everything's got to be 4th down, I think, even though we're just in the late stages of the 3rd quarter. I mean, you're not going to have a lot of opportunities to have the football, the way Kaukauna is controlling the football and the clock.
Got to make something happen here. Late in the 3rd.
Wildcat again. Or no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. Straight handoff to Ott, and he's got the 1st down. They went back under center with Chauvald and just did the dive play over right guard, picked up the 1st down. Big 1st down for them, taking it inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. As the clock winds down here in the second half, the 3rd quarter. Okay, this is definitely Wildcat.
Chauvald is lined up way far to the left.
He's 4 yards west of the hash mark.
And Ott will take it to the right side.
He is crunched. Once again, number 32 in there, Sam Weber for Kaukauna. He has been so active tonight. It's incredible. He did gain a couple to make it 2nd and 8, but boy, did he pay a price. We had not seen that formation tonight, Teddy.
No. And Chris Greisen, the head coach for West Lapeer, said they were going to mix things up.
He said, you're going to see some things tonight you've never seen before from us.
But we haven't seen Baumgart line up in the Wildcat.
And they did have some success with it in the first half.
First quarter, yeah. 2nd and 8. Chauvald.
Fake reverse. Hits his man, Ott.
Yeah, and a 3rd down
there.
coming up. We'll see. I'm not sure they're going to get another playoff here before the end of the 3rd, but keeping an eye on that score. The winner of this game will face the winner of Cedarburg-Homestead, and Homestead leads 10-7 in the 3rd quarter of that game.
Other scores, Luxembourg-Casco 28-0 over Kiel. Kimberly 14-12 over Stevens Point.
3rd quarter in the books with the Galloping Ghosts of Kaukauna leading West Lapeer 13-0. You're watching Showdown. Yeah, they're singing Sweet Caroline here, John.
Love Sweet Caroline.
Yeah, you're like Harry Carey up here.
I like the part. I'm good at that.
Hey, we begin the 4th quarter. Kaukauna leading West Lapeer 13-0. West Lapeer on the move. 3rd and 8 from the 36. They have a man looking for a 1st down. They got it.
Joseph Riesenberg, nice job. First catch of the night, I believe, came into the game. 24 receptions, 306 yards with 6 touchdowns. But I believe that's Riesenberg's first catch of the night.
I think it's the first time we mentioned him tonight.
Yep.
On the air.
Yeah, because you and I argued over the pronunciation of his last name.
Riesenberg.
Okay. I was going to say Riesenberg. So, if his parents are listening, or whomever, let us know who's correct. We've got a Gallagher's Pizza writing on it. Right?
It's going to be so good.
Yes.
1st and 10 from the 24.
Wildcat. Not much there. Well, still moving his feet. Nice job, Evan Ott. He's only 150 pounds. 5'8", 150 pounds. Man, he plays a lot bigger, doesn't he, Ted?
He sure does. Another score coming in. Kimberly is back on the board. They now lead 21-12 over Stevens Point in the 4th quarter. But this has been an impressive drive now in the Gallagher's Pizza red zone for West Lapeer, who is desperately in need of some points. 11 minutes and counting in the 4th quarter. They have yet to get onto the scoreboard.
I think this is as deep as they've penetrated tonight's game. Shotgun again. Okay, the handoff.
And Showdown trying to escape, gets around a couple of defenders, passes, and
it wasn't Showdown. It was Joseph Riesenberg who took that handoff and took it around the right side. 19. So
trickery.
So they are really watching. He was lined up over the left side, right there, lined up tight, then takes the handoff, takes it around, does a nice job of missing or getting away from one guy. Had a chance there. If that ball had been a little bit lower, they had a chance
Showdown
to score.
was in the passing
He was in the
play.
back of the end zone. Yeah. Wow. 3rd and 3. They need the first down here.
Ott waits for the snap.
Riesenberg in motion. He's going to be a lead blocker. He needs a block. He gets it. Nice block, and it's going to be really close. He had the block that I thought
say first
sprung
down.
him.
Yeah, they're going to say first down.
That was a big block by Reese. Watch this, Ted. There's one man he has to hit. Coming up right there. He takes the shot.
Yeah, you
but
saw that
still gets the
developing.
first down. Yep. That was Reardon that came up on defense. First and 10, big play.
Sitting on the 14-yard line.
Wildcat
you see the
once
stands
again.
are shaking, our cameras. The Kaukauna faithful trying to get that defense to get a stop, and they do on this one.
Yeah, not much there. Gained maybe a couple. They're going pretty much consistently now with Evan Ott at quarterback out of the Wildcat. So he gained about 2. 2nd and 8. Ball on the 13. Looking for the play from the sidelines. Showdown comes back into the ball game now. He'd been out of the ball game. Duke Showdown. Like I said, he came in with the ball game almost 2,000 yards passing, 19 touchdown passes, but 0 rushing yards. And Showdown lines up. Well, timeout called.
Yeah, Kaukauna wants to talk about it. There was some new personnel that came into the game for West of Pere. Some clean jerseys.
Was, I didn't know.
Clean jerseys coming off the bench.
Absolutely.
We'll take a timeout. You're watching Showdown. Back at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium in Kaukauna. Beautiful stadium. Renovations a few years ago.
Just beautiful.
Yeah.
They did it right. Beautiful press box. It's the most roomy press box we've ever had.
It's a suite.
It's a suite.
This is a suite.
This is a luxury suite. There's a visiting press box, which you very seldom see.
On the opposite side. Yeah.
No, this is great.
They did it well here in Kaukauna.
So
they've got a 13-0 lead.
Showdown back at quarterback.
2nd and 8 from the 12. Showdown trying to get it out to Ott.
Yeah, he overthrew him there, but there wasn't going to be much because John Newman was coming up fast. John Newman with 5 interceptions this year. That's going to be one of the tops in the state, don't you think? 5 interceptions?
Yeah.
And the top handful, at least.
Among the best. That is for sure. Newman, first team all-conference, of course. Had 2 picks last week.
Yep. 3rd and 8. This is big from the 12.
And Ott inside the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that was a good run. Again, 150 pounds, but man, he packs a punch. It'll be 4th down and 1. The ball is just inside the 5. Didn't look like there was much there, Teddy, but he does a really nice job following his blockers. He had big number 74 leading the way for him.
Oh, and you know, the way he was pulled down,
yes,
I think the spot is a little short. But they don't have replay in high school.
They're trying to, they ran in from the sidelines in a hurry. 4th and 1. This is the ball game for West of Pere. They need this.
Showdown under center. And a timeout. Chris Greisen comes in and will take a timeout to make sure everybody's on the same page for this important play. So we'll step away. 8:15 remaining in the game. You're watching Showdown. 8:15 remaining. Hey, all the replays you're seeing tonight brought to you by our friends at Simon's Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese, Little Chute.
If I lived in Little Chute,
yeah,
I would eat a lot of cheese. I would eat a lot of good stuff from Simon's.
They're just down the road, my friend.
I would eat lots
They're
of
just
sausage.
down the road.
I would drink lots of chocolate milk. I would be a regular at Simon's Cheese.
We got business here, though, John.
Yes,
4th
we
and
do.
1 from the 5. West of Pere looking for a first down or their first points of the game. Throws it up top. It has a man. Touchdown! West of Pere.
Joseph Riesenberg. Holy cow. I didn't know if he handled it once he was coming down. And I think the head coach for Kaukauna is saying the same thing. He was out on the field demonstrating somewhat to the referees. It's the old jump pass. Wow. Right here. Does he get his feet? He does.
He does.
Wow. Tim Tebow-esque, except he's right-handed.
Kimberly Fond du Lac,
Yes.
2018.
State semifinals.
Two-point conversion.
In Oshkosh.
Yeah.
Yes, you're exactly right.
And now the extra point attempt. And that is good.
Wow.
So the first points of the game for West of Pere. They needed them. They got them. We got a game. It's a 6-point game in Kaukauna. 13-7. Go still lead. Phantoms with the momentum. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Showdown. (13-7). Well,
Incredible.
we haven't seen a lot of points in this one, but even when it was 3-0, we had a very exciting game, and it's just getting better.
Chris Grayson told us before the ball game, I'm not trying to be redundant, but, a lot of coaches will say, we got some different wrinkles tonight. We're going to pull out some things you haven't seen before. Wow. Was he understating that?
Yeah.
With the different formations, the different things, the Wildcat going so much with that. Incredible what they're trying to manufacture whatever they can in this ball game to get points against this tremendously physically tough Kaukauna defense. And that's what they did. This is a great football game, Teddy.
That might be an understatement.
Yeah.
And now West of Pere with the kick.
Oh, nice kick.
And
Wow.
it's going to go to the
Wow,
end zone.
out of the end zone.
Hey, the Down and Distance tonight brought to you by Gandrud West Mason Value Center, offering quality vehicles at one low price and competitive financing options. Purchase with confidence from Gandrud West Mason.
Well, here we go. So, Kaukauna now, 8:12 on the clock. That's a lot of clock to kill. So they need a bunch of first downs here and move it down the field. Westy Pere needs a stop as soon as they can get it and see if they've got a final gasp with their offense. First man through, big hit. Big hit coming up quick. I'll tell you what, that's the kind of play that they need on defense. Coming to make the stop, Porter Marson, 6'2", 210-pound senior. Held him to no gain. Watch him come up, Teddy. Just does a real nice job coming up, making a stop. Watch this right here. Boom. Big play. No gain on first down. 7:42 left to play in the ball game. 13-7. Galloping Ghosts in the lead. Ooh, big pressure. Nice job.
Caught from behind.
Looked like he was going to get away from it, but there's that big number 92 we talked about, Easton DeShane. We've counted his name a few times tonight. He is a tough football player, 6'4", 235 pounds. He's only a junior. Big, fast, and nasty. So 3rd down and 8. Moving down to the 7-minute mark. What do you call, Coach?
I think you still keep it on the ground.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think a rollout on the part of the quarterback and hit a tight end drag. Here we go, 3rd and 8. Ball on the 22.
Letting that clock run down as much as they can. And
Whistle.
Matt Binsfeld will take a timeout.
I'll tell you what, these coaches are using their timeouts, aren't they?
Getting as deep as they can.
Yep.
Hey, free of charge, walk in for an injury assessment and immediate evaluation by the Bell & Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Team. Save the cost of an ER or urgent care visit for sports injuries for every member of your family. Play like a kid, heal like a pro. Bell & Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown.
So 13-7, 6:46 left to go in the ball game. 3rd and 8 from their own 22-yard line.
And yeah, Kaukauna will have one
Timeout
more
left.
timeout. Yeah.
2 for Westy Pier. So, I mean, it's impossible. I've been so wrong this year.
Wait, did you get that on tape?
If they don't get the first down, I don't care how close they get to it, there's no way you could go down to 4th down right now, can you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Thank you. Because in case they do,
No.
I want people to know you back me up on that.
No, I'm with you.
Thank you.
Again, we've been the old conservative guys up here in this game.
We're the two old guys in the Muppets up in the booth.
3rd and 8.
Play action has a hole, but taken down short.
And a 4th down coming up, and decision time for Matt Binsfeld and the Ghost. So now you have to make that decision, Coach.
Yep, actually 4th and about 6. Ball on your own 24-yard line.
And I don't think much of a decision
No,
here.
I don't think so either. Nope, you just can't. You can't give them a short field.
And their defense has played so well.
So well.
So Tucker Hoffman, number 20, will do the punting for Kaukauna, their first of the night.
Yep, Carter Schmidt deep for Westy Pier.
Watch out for him. High snap through the fingertips. Loose ball, and somehow he gets it off. But West appears going to end up with great field position.
But not as good as it could have been, and not as disastrous for Kaukauna. It's going to be at about the 37-yard line. That could have been back at the 15-yard line.
Or worse.
Or worse.
For Kaukauna.
Wow. Nice job by that punter.
Didn't Pat McAfee do something like this?
Yes, he did. Oh, that was outstanding. He had to do a rugby-style kick that time. And it worked. That was a big, if they hang on to win this game, that's the big play. Marquette now leading Bayport 35-15.
Kiwani's the final. They're advancing to the 3rd round of the playoffs. A big win tonight. We'll go through all the scores after this one, but too much excitement here with 5:48 remaining.
Looking for the screen, and he throws it away. We'll see if there's... Okay, they're not. I was going to say, because those offensive linemen were going downfield quite a ways.
Yeah, I think that's what Matt Binsfeld is asking the official, too.
Yeah, because they were assuming that the pass was thrown in the backfield for the screen pass, so they just kept going, assuming the play was on.
On the offense.
That's what it is.
5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
Yep. Because they were 10 yards downfield, and he still had the football when he threw it away. As soon as he let go of that ball, it was a penalty. He could have just tucked it and, tried to get something out of it, but. So brings it all the way back to the 44.
Yeah, still a 1st down, though, so about a 1st and 15. And Ott on the far side.
Gets the 5 back and a couple more. Gain of 7. That'll make it 2nd down. And about 8.
The winner of this one getting Cedarburg and Homestead. At last check, it is Cedarburg leading Homestead 14-10 in the 4th.
This one a little, I don't want to say surprised, Teddy, but I was really impressed with Southern Door, what they've done this year. Wrightstown 21-0 over Southern Door right now. Marquette 35-15 over Bayport.
5 minutes and counting here in Kaukauna. Ghosts trying to hold on to a 6-point lead.
2nd and 8.
Showbald Looking to the right side, has a man. Whoa, had a man cutting across the field, went underneath.
He's got a first down.
Lemeron
Yep.
made the reception.
Nice job. Boy, he put on the Jets after he made that catch and knocked out of bounds. So a big first down for Westy Pere.
Oh, Aaron, our cameraman Aaron, who's been sleeveless most of the season.
He showed those guns.
And stays in there. Look out, Aaron.
Look out.
Oh.
You know, I'll be honest with you, I feel bad for those players that hit him. I mean, he's one of those tough Fond du Lac kids.
He's a tough Fond du Lac kid. You bet. Good job, Aaron.
Ott
First and 10, though, for West Pier. A big play and a big hit. Ott took the punishment that time.
Tyler Jeske for Kaukauna, number 42. Boy, he was right there. And he just drilled his shoulder pads into his chest. So no gain on the play. Ball on the 25-yard line. Inside 4.5 to go, 2nd and 10.
Back and forth game in that other game that we're watching. The winner of this one, Homestead, Cedarburg. Homestead is now taking the lead 16-14. Sure, they're watching the score here. 4:10 and counting.
Showbolt back at quarterback.
From the 25, Chauvel looking deep over the middle. And
had a shot, but good coverage on the part of Kaukauna. That was a really nice pass. Intended receiver was Carter Schmidt. It was a nice pass, but a tough one to handle. Good coverage once again on the part of Kaukauna. Great protection. Yeah, that's a nice play by 29 right there by Kaukauna. Luke Tetzloff. 6'1", 187-pound sophomore. That was a big play right there. He knocked it away. That would have been a catch and a touchdown if he didn't knock that away, Teddy.
That would have been a heck of a throw and catch in that coverage.
Yep, but what a play.
There we go,
sophomore.
3rd and 10.
From the 25.
Schmidt goes in motion. Handoff inside to Ott. Ott looking for the first down.
Oh, he's
He's got it.
What a big play and a surprising play, isn't it? Wow. I was not looking for a running play, an off-tackle running play on 3rd and 10. But a big hole with a great job on the part of that offensive line that time for Westy Pere. We've talked so much about Kaukauna's huge offensive line. This Westy Pere offensive line is doing a great job.
Ball up to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10.
Wildcat Ott in the backfield.
And Ott straight up the middle.
Gets a couple. Kimberly, by the way, leading point 28-18. So 2nd and 8, ball on the 12-yard line.
My goodness.
Wow.
West Pier got their first points of the game at 8:12 of the 4th quarter. And now, inside the red zone.
A touchdown ties it.
2nd and 8.
Ott again in the Wildcat.
And Ott to the far side looking for a block. Oh, takes a big hit. Stays on his feet. And gets another 2 yards. I don't know how he stayed on his feet.
I don't either. It was like a barracuda in the water that came out of nowhere and made the shot, and he somehow brushed it off and at least gained a couple more yards. Watch this. Number 1 right there. Oh, takes the shot. Wow, by 29, Luke Tetzloff at 187. Boy, and again, that kid only a sophomore. Look out for him.
3rd and 7 coming up. Ball on the 10-yard line. Closing in on the 2-minute mark remaining in the game. Ott
has room. Then it closes.
Will bring up 4th down.
Boy, it looked like he had room, and then Isaac Moss, number 43, came over to make the stop. He just slammed that door shut.
Kaukauna with an opportunity to close this one out, and they will take a timeout. Let's see who took the timeout. There is a timeout on the field.
It's not announced on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's going to be West Pier.
We'll
take the timeout here.
Wow, 1:46 to play, 4th down. and 3.
Well, you might need a vacation after this one, John.
This is just incredible.
U.S. Cellular is giving away $20,000 for a distraction-free vacation. To enter and for official rules, go to 20kvacay.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Incredible, Teddy.
146 to go in this one, but Kaukauna can pretty much wrap it up if they can get a stop here.
Yep.
West of Pere, as you said, they need 3 yards to get a first down, 8 yards to get a touchdown. A touchdown ties the game with the extra point.
Yeah. This is the ball game because with Kaukauna, or excuse me, with West of Pere only having 1 timeout left, all you really have to do is take 2 or 3 knees and the game's over. So here we go, 4th down and 3. Ball on the 8-yard line. 13-7 our score. West of Pere comes to the line.
And it will be Ott waiting for the snap. Take it, loose ball, and
it's over. Kaukauna wins.
Kaukauna gets the stop. Kaukauna gets the stop, and they are within 141 of advancing to the state quarterfinals.
They tried doing some kind of a reverse, but it just didn't work. Huh, Ted? I mean, it just didn't look smooth. Something was just off kilter. Let's take another look at it. So it's Ott in the Wildcat. He does flip it.
And it really didn't matter who recovered the fumble because it was 4th down.
Lemeron was the man he was tossing it to. Wow.
And now
only one timeout left for West of Pere.
Who will take it immediately after this snap.
Kaukauna does hand it off.
They're just going to try to hang on to it, and Coach Bryson will take the timeout here.
137.
And what a ball game we have seen. Still 137. Anything could happen here, John.
Yep.
But last year it was West of Pere beating Kaukauna in the regular season and then also beat them in the state semifinals. West of Pere got to the state tournament championship game where they ended up losing that game. This year, Kaukauna won the first meeting this year, and they are within 97 seconds of closing this one out and advancing to the state quarterfinals.
And both one-score games we were talking about earlier in the season, second week, I think, of the season, and Sanchez hit the game-winning field goal. And I'll tell you what, he only has 5 on the air. He's 5 for 5. He drilled those 2 field goals tonight against this 30-mile-an-hour wind going crossways, which is even tougher for kickers, and he showed so much confidence. That young man is such a major reason they are where they are right now.
Without a doubt. The difference in this game, those 2 field goals, a 6-point lead for Kaukauna. So West of Pere is out of timeouts. Second and 7. A low snap.
Play. Yep.
Let's see. They might need a
Kinchlow.
First down here. We'll have to keep an eye on the clock here.
Wrightstown a winner tonight, 21-6. It's a nice team we saw recently against Sturgeon Bay.
I wonder if Coach Binsfeld will take this all the way down.
I'm sure he
will.
And
then ask for a timeout.
Right.
Although he might let this one. He might do that after
this play.
Yeah, try to do that before the 4th.
So inside of a minute now on 3rd and 4 from the 18. Handoff. He is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 47 seconds left on 4th down. They can run it down to just about nothing. All the fans from Kaukauna are yelling, take a safety.
A lot of coaches in the stands.
We've heard a few tonight, haven't we? Yes, we have.
So I think Coach Binsfeld's going to use that timeout, right? As the play clock gets down to 0. We'll see how much time actually ends up
Notre Dame is going to roll on 49-10 over Fox Valley.
Yep. And we'll get you all the scores
Right.
after
So I think it's going to be 5 seconds.
this one.
Yeah.
That's 6.
6 seconds.
6 seconds. So what would you like to do? Leading by 6 over West of Pere. It's a 4th and 4. The ball is on your own 18. You punt.
I would just punt. Punt it.
I tend to agree.
Yeah. Don't try anything too cute.
Some fans were asking, you run around, and take the safety.
You might fumble it. You might kick it around. Anything could happen. Or, remarks to just throw it long.
But if you don't use all the time, they get the ball at the 18.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just, go in your regular punt formation and just kick the ball.
It's good to be the old guys in the press box.
I know. And not the young coaches on the sidelines.
Matt Binsfeld. And what a job he has done. In his 8th season now with Kaukauna, was a coach at Wrightstown for a long time, getting an opportunity to come back to Kaukauna, and has just really turned this program around to win the FVA this year in a conference that has Kimberly and Appleton North and Neenah.
One of the greatest,
Fond du Lac.
I think one of the greatest achievements in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Don't you? The people know what that conference is like to win that.
Well, let's see what they want to do here, John.
You're probably the smallest school in the conference, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah. Here we go. 6 seconds left. 4th down. I mean, there's a lot.
West of Pere is hoping for a miracle.
Yeah, and West of Pere does not have anybody deep as a punt returner. They've got nobody deep.
And they do not have a punter in formation here.
They do not.
So
they
have 7 seconds on the clock. They put an extra second back on the clock.
He's going to take it into the end zone and throw it. And taken down with 2 seconds left.
So West of Pere is going to get one play.
Wow.
West of Pere is going to have a play. One play.
Holy cow.
And they're going to put some time back on this clock.
It was 2 seconds, to be honest with you. I'm surprised he didn't just fall down in the end zone, Ted. He could have just gone back, fall down, you punt from the 40, and the game's over.
Well, if he would have fell down, then the ball would have been where he landed.
No. If he just had taken it in the end zone, fall down for
the
safety.
For the safety.
Exactly. Then you punt from the 40, game over.
Well, here we go. We didn't think we'd be here, but here we are.
1 second left.
1 second on the clock. The ball will be at the 10-yard line. West of Pere looking for
one chance. They've got
they're going to put a few seconds back on here. They're going to put 3 seconds on the clock.
Not that really matters a lot. I mean, every play takes at least
They have
3 seconds.
one shot here.
They got one shot.
West of Pere needs a touchdown to tie.
3 seconds to go. 10-yard line. This is the ball game. Showdown.
Incomplete. Kaukauna hangs on for a 13-7 victory.
And he had a man open. Wow. Wow. Ted, we've done a lot of games. I don't know if I've ever felt more spent. We got to see that again. What a nice job by Showdown staying alive in the pocket. Has his man right there. Oh, my goodness.
It was Ott.
Who's had a phenomenal ball game. Just phenomenal.
What a ball game we just saw.
I can't guarantee who would have scored. The DB was coming up fast. It would have been one-on-one with that guy. Could he have out-juked him and gotten into the end zone is the question. But that was one of the most amazing endings I've ever seen.
And we've seen some amazing ones this year.
Amazing endings.
That was a heck of a ball game. We'll come back and recap this one and also look at all the scores from around the state with our area teams in the playoffs. Hope you enjoyed this one as much as we did. We'll be back. Kaukauna with a victory over West of Pere, 13-7. You're watching Showdown. Well, back at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium, where we just saw an incredible Level 2 high school football game in Division 2. Again, both of these teams could have easily been a state championship game. This caliber
Could have been a number one
game,
seed.
and it ends up being played in Level 2, unfortunately. But what a game. Kaukauna had the first 13 points of the game. West of Pere didn't score until 8:12 remaining in the fourth quarter and had a chance. Unbelievably had a chance at the end of the game, one play to try to tie it and possibly win it. And you see Matt Binsfeld
I'm gonna go talk
and
to him.
Kaukauna
And I just
celebrating
ask about that play. You'll see it with Brandon tonight, NBC 26, whatever he says about it. But that was the most incredible finish, and they had a chance for a touchdown on the very last play with 3 seconds left. But I got to tell you, what a great – you talk about a couple of football teams. What was there, like 2 penalties in the game? 3 penalties maybe. I mean, just penalty-free basically. Hard hitting like you can't believe. No turnovers. Oh, yeah, the interception, the bounce around interception. But a clean football game, well coached on both teams. Wow, just incredible.
Yeah, that was
all my respect in the world for Kaukauna and all my respect in the world for West Pere.
Without a doubt. Well, we want to look at some of the other scores from around the area, teams that are advancing to next Friday's Level 3 rounds, which will be the state quarterfinal matchups. Let's start in Division 1, and you can see Neenah has already won, so they beat Chippewa Falls tonight. We're waiting for the Kimberly-Stevens point game to go final, but Kimberly with a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. If Kimberly wins, Kimberly will host Neenah next week. Also in Division 1,
so Kimberly's not a final yet.
Okay.
From what I've got. No.
That's not a final. And you can see also in Division 1, Bayport is on the road at Milwaukee Marquette, and that is a final. Bayport has been eliminated.
Yeah, which is a surprise because that was a really nice football team.
Fond du Lac taking care of business against the Pere. It looks like they're going to be moving on to next week. In our division, it is a final here. Kaukauna is going to take on Cedarburg, who came up with some late points in the fourth quarter to win that game 17-16. So it'll be Kaukauna and Cedarburg next week, and that game should be here in Kaukauna next Friday. And then other scores from around the area that we can tell you about in Division 3. It is Notre Dame taking care of business against Fox Valley Lutheran.
Right, late in that ball game, 42-10 over Fox Valley Lutheran. Menasha 25-0 over New Berlin West in the fourth quarter. Port Washington leading Grafton 21-7 at halftime. Xavier final 14-3 over Winneconne. Lodi is huge, 49-0 over West Salem in the fourth quarter. Two Rivers a winner tonight. They knocked off Campbellsport 35-0. Luxembourg Casco 41-0 over Kiel. What a matchup you got coming up right there. Luxembourg Casco against Two Rivers. That is a tremendous Division IV playoff football game in round number 3. Wrightstown knocked off Southern Door 21-6. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood a winner over Amherst 16-8. So it's going to be Wrightstown against Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Auburndale knocked off Coleman, or it's leading Coleman, leading them in the fourth, 33-22. Stratford leading Mondovi 14-0 at halftime. Final, Kewanee rolls big. Boy, the Storm are tough this year, 42-7 over Cedar Grove, Belgium. Fondy Springs, of course, another win, 41-6 over Howards Grove. Another great matchup, St. Mary Springs against Kewanee. Wow. Randolph leading Lords of Oshkosh 30-13 in the fourth quarter. And a final, Reedsville keeps on rolling over Cambria Friesland 35-0.
And, of course, you can find the scores and highlights on NBC 26 at 10 o'clock. Brandon Kennard will have all that for you later tonight. But we're going to wrap things up here from Kaukauna. We don't know where we're going to be next Friday night. We will be somewhere for one of these games. So keep an eye on NBC26.com. Keep an eye on the Showdown social media pages, and we will let you know where we're going to be next Friday for the Level 3 of the state football playoffs. I don't know how it could beat the action that we had tonight.
I was just going to say that. I don't know how we can do any better. I know it's deeper in the playoffs and all those sorts of things. Now do you understand why I said this is my favorite round of the playoffs?
Yeah.
Now do you understand? You and Mark gave me all kinds of crud about that. Hey, I wouldn't want to play this Kaukauna team. So who
They're
they
on a
got
mission.
next week?
They are on a mission.
They've got
Cedarburg. Cedarburg will be coming here next Friday. So we'll see how they do, and good luck to all the teams that'll be playing next week from our area. But we'll be somewhere next week, and we'll be right here on TV 32 for Sports Showdown, Level 3 of the high school football playoffs next Friday, 7 o'clock. We'll see you then. For John Mino, I'm Ted Stefaniak. Thanks for watching, everybody. Our final score once again tonight, Kaukauna knocks off West De Pere in the second round of the Division II playoffs by the score of 13-7.
Nice job by the crew.
Absolutely.
Standing out in these elements all night long.
We will see you next Friday, everybody. Have a great weekend. See ya. Yep.
Game on TV 32 is brought to you by these proud local sponsors: U.S. Cellular, Bell & Health, Simon's Specialty Cheese, Gandred on West Mason, Gallagher's Pizza, North Star Dental, Witt Family Ford, Cobeson Buses, Vake's Fox Valley Coin and Diamonds, and Security Loop Key Roofing.
Joe, are you ready for the big sale? I'm just so nervous. I haven't slept in days. I'm exhausted. Well, here's some coffee. Wake up. Joe, customers are here. Hey, welcome to Whit Ford. You here for the big sale?
Rates are through the roof, 7, 8, even 10%. That's ridiculous. At Whit Ford, we want to offer you 4.94% for up to 72 months. Plus, our guaranteed credit approval process can get you approved.
We're the Whit Boys, and we believe in the American dream.
Kaukauna High School sports are supported by these businesses: Best Enterprises, brush cutting, excavating, snow removal, and trucking. Stone Creek Haven, supplying mulch, topsoil, and stone for your landscaping project. Fox Valley Wood Products, congrats on a great season. Play well, Ghosts. Print Pro, because we care. Congrats on a successful season. Keep it rolling. Bay Area Granite and Marble, we love our communities. Bring one home, Ghosts. And Eagle Graphics, proud supporter of high school programs in Northeast Wisconsin.